Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you a few funny stories about my face blindness. So around 3 years ago, I think, I made a video about face blindness and what it is. Basically, it makes it really hard for me to recognize people. I remember the people, I remember their personality, but I just don't remember what they look like, so I can't recognize their face. So this is a very good example, or a very, like, it'll give a good picture of what it actually is, or what it means, or how it affects me. So I used to work at Starbucks, and if a customer ordered tea or something, that means that, like, the person on the till makes it. So I would turn around and make the tea, and then I would turn around back around, and I would have no idea who to hand this tea to because I couldn't recognize the person. Because sometimes customers move around or they just don't pay attention, so I don't know if that's the actual customer, if they've like moved down. So a lot of the time my friend Izza had to point out the customer to me because she knew of my face blindness and she knew how hard that was. So she would always be like, "Tone, that's the customer, it's her." So yeah, that's basically what my everyday life with face blindness is. I just have no clue what's going on. Another time at Starbucks, oh my god, all these stories are from Starbucks. I was working in a small store at the time, and the door is like literally in front of the till. So a guy just came in the door and he said, "How is my favorite Norwegian girl?" And I had no idea who he was. And obviously you can't just look at me and tell I'm Norwegian, so obviously we had had a conversation before, and we must have had a proper conversation for me to actually tell him I'm Norwegian. So when he said that, I was like, "Oh, hello!" I should have had something to say here to refer to that conversation, but I have nothing. This other time, I was at work, and I was talking to this customer who was really excited that he was getting a Harley next year. And then I went home for Christmas and I came back, so I was away for 10 days. When I came back, this random customer, I thought, started asking me about my Christmas, and I told him that, "Oh, I went to Norway because I'm Norwegian." And he was like, "Yeah, I know you're Norwegian. Next year I'm planning to go here for Christmas, blah blah blah." And we had a full-on conversation for 5 minutes, and then he said, "Oh yeah, but most of all I'm excited to get my Harley." And I was like, oh my god, he's the Harley guy. I had no idea this whole conversation. I was trying to think, why does he know I'm Norwegian? How does he know me? Like, we've never spoken before. I don't recognize this guy. I don't remember him. I don't know if he noticed, but I must have looked pretty confused and just lost. Usually it's pretty easy for me to recognize my friends, people that I see a lot, but what I didn't expect was to not recognize my own flatmate. So my flatmate shaved his head, and I didn't recognize him. He sent me a picture of his new haircut, and I had to ask my friend who was with me if that was actually my flatmate because I couldn't recognize him. It's really hard when people change their hair color or hairstyle or just change anything about themselves. I really enjoy talking about face blindness because I really want people to know. I just like telling people because I know that I'm telling them something that they most likely haven't heard before. So I'll definitely make another more educational video about it soon. Not like proper educational, because I don't do that, but you know, some kind of informational video. Maybe that's a better word to use. But yeah, those were a few funny stories. In my eyes, they were funny, but at the time, obviously, I was really frustrated. But I'm a firm believer of just making fun of things because it just makes it easier to deal with. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the stories. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Keep up the good vibes.